Hi, I'm Dr. Sanjay. I'm the principal physiotherapist and a founder of Healing Space Therapy Clinic in Sector 14, Faridabad. Today, I'm going to just share about some of my experience and expertise on understanding pain. I do see a lot of people complaining about knee pain, back pain, shoulder, neck pains, but also see is that there is not lack of awareness on understanding what pain is all about. So we're gonna share some of the thoughts on that, and those thoughts maybe some of them may be new for all of you, and some of them may be conflicting even as well of what you have heard so far from various other clinicians or even from Google as well. So pain is about understanding where does it comes from very first. So pain has been derived from an old Latin word called poena. So it's spelled as P-O-E-N-A, which in Latin word means actually penalty. So if we say we have pain and it refers to that penalty is only given when we have done something wrong, and that's where we related with, oh, there is something wrong in us or I have done which has created this pain, which in fact let me tell you that pain is not about just penalty. It's a way of our brain, it's an alarm system of our body which helps us to protect from various threats which may be coming, which may be actually there even as well. So we may have an injury and we may feel that pain, or we may potentially have that injury, which may means is if we continue doing something which body is not liking it or not used to it, then it may make you experience that pain as a potential damage that may happen. So that's where it needs to we need to understand about it. So we have pain and pleasure in our lives. So we all experience pain in our life and have pleasures as well, but we need to understand that pleasures are a luxury. Whatever pleasures we take in life are luxury, but pain is essential, it's a necessity. So we need to be addressing and knowing about why pain is. So I would share here about how pain is created. So whenever we experience, let's say, something like a warmth or a heat, cold or something sharp, that is just a sensation. We don't have any pain receptors. We have receptors in our body which sense different sensations. They may be touch, pressure, heat, cold, roughness, soft, all of these. So these are sensory receptors, we call it, and they take or convey the message like electrical current. They take it out to a brain, and it's up to a brain where all the processing happens about the information that's coming in. So if we have an experience of, let's say, a paper cut injury on a finger, and that has been very painful in the last occasion, it is highly likely when we have it again, we may experience the same injury to be much more painful than even the previous one, where the previous injury may have also been linked with, let's say it happened at the time where we were gonna be performing, let's say, a musical like a keyboard and drums. So that experience of us having injury at that time where we were performing in front of a big audience, and it was a key moment for us, and having that small kind of a paper cut which impacts our ability to play at those times, that retains as a memory in our brain. So our brain tries to connect that experience to the current experience every time. So your perception of pain is gonna be very different every time you may have an injury. Plus that experience is added up by if you heard someone among your friends who may have had similar injury and may have again not been able to do a key thing they were in the middle of doing. So that again creates more of a fear amongst us to impact this pain. Now, one of the points we have to ask about is it important for us to experience pain? As I said, it's an alarm system, so it's an important thing for us to experience pain. Pain is not bad. It's just something telling us about our own body. So we use an example of if you're walking, let's say barefoot in your garden, and there's a piece of glass that's there that gets your feet get stabbed with that piece of glass. You can only experience it if you have those those receptors which make you experience the sharpness of that object. Now, if you don't experience the pain because of that sharpness, the sharp piece of glass can stay in and create an infection. Now, that infection can go up to any levels. It can cause infection in the foot. It can cause, that infection can spread up to the leg as well, and in fact the whole body. So indeed leading to death as well. So it's important, it's a protective mechanism, and that's why I say pain is an alarm system. So as I just used the example of the injury that we may have had on the finger, like a paper cut injury, though the injury is very small, but we experience the pain quite a lot as well. Like it's quite sharp, and we really want to stop or control that. So that is one of the simple example which shares or which gives us an information about that the severity of pain is not necessarily equal to the amount of injury or the problem we may have. And one of the things I would probably just elaborate a little bit more about is we all have seen our soldiers, army men in war. Just let's use an example of that, of a soldier being badly wounded. His leg has been chopped off because of injury or a mine blast that may have happened, and because of that he has a massive trauma on his leg. Now think about the amount of pain he must be experiencing. Yeah, so we all probably would say yes, it's gonna be very really painful because its leg has been cut off and badly wounded either as well. But now I give you a situation here. Now the same person, the same army soldier is trying to hide himself from an enemy who is looking out to kill him. Now think about, is he gonna be shouting with that much amount of pain in the leg, or is he gonna be really quiet just to save his life? And that is what is important, tells us that pain is not necessarily equal, the severity of pain is not necessarily equal to the amount of injury you may have. It really depends upon also on your state of mind that may be. So it's how your brain processes that information. It's always working for your survival. Remember that. From the previous example as we used of the army soldier, here's another one where we have seen across some of the people in our close proximity. Let's say an elderly person experiencing knee pain because of arthritis, which has been affecting their lifestyle in terms of walking, their independence. They're difficult to move around. They keep asking for help to do things as well. And here comes a wedding in a family. And what do you see? Hooray! You see them dancing, enjoying in a wedding. The question we need to be asking is, what happens here? Where is the arthritis gone? Where is the pain gone? It's not about the problem the person may be having. It's about how their brain decides to interpret and make them experience. Is it worth for them to have a pain or not? So these are few of my thoughts. As I said, there may be some of them may be new for all of you, and some of them may be conflicting. I absolutely respect that, your feelings, It's not to say that you don't experience high level of pain. It's just more of understanding more about pain. And hence I believe in is no pain, no gain. Here it's not NO, it's KNOW, which is no. No is knowledge. So no pain, no gain. And again, no gain is KNOW. So when you know about the pain, you have the information about it, you know about how your pain is gonna be able to change and transform. So thank you very much for listening to this, and I look forward for your experiences and comments on the links below. Thank you very much.